Good to see you here. Armin says, can you tell us more about yourself? There's not much to tell, really. That shouldn't be really much interest to you because it doesn't do anything for you. I want to do something for you guys. So if you have a question, ask me. If you want to know a specific, then you ask a specific question about what it is that you want to know about me. I'm more than happy to tell you, but nothing extraordinary here. Just I'm 61 years old, 61 years young, and I went to school in Portland University, Lewis and Clark. I live in Canada for the past 37 years. I was born and raised till I was almost 18 in Iran. I love horses. I have won many championships in my time, equestrian, training, jumping with horses. I was fortunate enough to be one of the students of the great master who graduated from military school of riding in Saumur, France, and he was a very, very strong and positive influence role model for me. My father was #1 role model for me, and Colonel was amazing role model because I spent lots of time with him through my childhood, training horses and learning and competitions and all that. And I'm so grateful and honored that it's wonderful that every one of you finds someone who is a role model at an early age and then form your roots around proper principles. So you have strong roots in life, and these winds and thunders and so on will not approach you so easily. You know, I believe we are all like, you know, we can use this analogy of, let's not be a log that has fallen on the river and is being taken by the river water anywhere that the river takes it. Because in that case, the river can take the log to the banks where there's shrubs and dirt and garbage, or hit it here and hit it there, or influence it with any kind of quality of water that is passing over it or taking it, or just covering it up. But let's be, instead of a log in the river, to be a tree with roots in the bed of the river. So this water, no matter what quality it has, it cannot take it with it. It has to split open around this tree. So the water is coming, the tree is in the bed of the river, and the water has to split open, go around the tree, the trunk of the tree. And the tree absorbs what it wants and doesn't pay attention to what it doesn't, because it decides what is absorbed, what not. And it doesn't go hit in the banks and the garbage and wherever the water wants to take it. So that is like us in the society. If we don't have roots and principles and understanding of what is not, to understand our thoughts and consciousness and desires and fears and ego and how they interact and so on, if we don't know how that whole thing works, we are like that log that is being taken anywhere by the river water. We are like in the society and communities will affect us in any shape and way they want. We'll be influenced by them because we have no roots. We are like that log. We're taken by the society movements and the influences, and we're impressed by anything and anybody, and we have not much of a control because we haven't established a strong root and understanding how things work in our heads and what we should and what we should not be influenced by. And instead, if we have roots, we'll be like that tree, strong and standing our grounds, and we're choosing which part of society, which people, which activities we will participate, which we will not. And that is to have control in life, because you cannot stop the river from flowing. You cannot stop the societies and communities do wrong things, and people being involved in wrongdoings and bad mentalities, bad behavior, and everything else, whatever it is that is negative out there. You can't control that. But what you can control is to which one of these things you would be involved with, which you would be influenced with, which you would absorb, which you would not, and let it just simply go away on its way and not pay attention to. So in turn, let's be that tree. Remember, we said that we cannot control the movement of the waves of the ocean. We cannot stop the ocean's wave. We cannot stop the waves in the ocean to flow, to move. But what we should be doing to become a wise and an experienced captain, so we can keep the balance of our boat despite of the wave, and so we won't capsize. So we can't control the waves, but we should be able to control and be able to keep our balance, whatever vessel we are directing and the captain of. And that's control. Control is not to stop the waves. We can't do that. Control is not stop the wind to create waves. The waves cannot control the wind from blowing, and we cannot control the waves from flowing. But we must be able to be experienced enough to be able to, wise enough, react and act enough, decide properly, so we can keep the balance of the boat that we are rowing in, we're sitting in it, from capsizing. That keeping balance is the name of being in control of your life. That's how you control life. Otherwise, the rest of it we have no control on.